In this video, I want to talk about the critical mindset shift. When I was in college, I used to read if even 4 or 5 books a year. It all changed for me when we had a guest speaker in one of my classes. The guy says from the front of the room, someone asks him, "How do you read so much?" Because every 5 seconds he was talking about another book or another study or another, quoting someone. And he said, "Look, I think the biggest misconception people have is that they open a book and then they go to page 1 and then they read page 1 and then they flip it and then they go to page 2 and then they go to page 3 and then they go until they finish the book." But he says, look, you need to realize that your book is a tool and that your goal isn't necessarily to read it from page 1 to the last page, but your goal is to extract the information from it that will help you move towards your goal in the most efficient way possible. And this really changes how you read. It means that you'll read different books differently, depending on how easily it's formatted to extract the information you need. But it's really important to take this to heart, that your mindset needs to be that this book is a tool, and I don't need to go through it from cover to cover, but I need to go into it flipping through, diving into the sections that apply to me or that I'm interested in, and really just going deep into those sections, or just flipping through and going into random sections to extract the information. Another thing it means that your book is a tool, it means that you want to write all over the book. You want to take notes, you want to underline things, you want to make comments, because it's a tool, not a textbook. And here's another thing I want you to think about that goes in hand with this mindset shift. See, most people think they need to get everything out of every book they read. They'd rather get 100% from every book. But I would rather use the 80-20 principle. I'd rather spend 20% of the time or less and get 80% of the information and the ideas from 10 different books in the same time I would have spent to read 1 or 2. So stop worrying about making it perfect and start worrying about getting the book done. And forget about reading every word cover to cover.